Hello, everyone. All right, we're getting TikTok live there. All right, we're live everywhere here. Glad to see everybody this evening.
Well, we did a thing.
We did a thing. We didn't even know we were going to do that thing last Tuesday.
No.
So, Minnesota, hello, Brian. See him on here a lot, so it's good to see you this evening.
We looked at one in Minnesota, but chose not to do that one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did potentially look at buying an R1S in Minnesota, but found one in Kansas City, so we did that one instead.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm curious if people think we're crazy or if they have questions about it.
I think we're crazy.
I think we're crazy too. But yeah, last week even we did not know that we were going to be getting the R1S. So.
Yeah, and everybody is wondering why we got rid of the Lightning over the R1T.
Yes.
What's that reasoning?
Resale price. I mean, that's the biggest thing it boils down to.
Yeah, basically. That's a reasoning. It's just timing of it and everything. Yeah. And if you have been following us, you know we cycle through vehicles, and that is, just what's going to happen on here. Yeah. And we think that the R1S will be, maybe a little bit long term. Yeah. But then they released an Endura Max Pack for the R1S. Yeah. When did they do that? Today?
Like an hour ago. They said they were going to start doing that.
So, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the truth of it is we don't know which one of these EVs is going to be the best fit for like our towing and our family and all of that stuff. And so we kind of knew right off the bat that we weren't going to keep any of the trucks for a very long period of time. And even when we got the Lightning and the R1T, there was potential that we were going to go back to a Model X because, I mean, we knew that we were going to want an SUV of some kind just because we are a family of 5 with a big giant dog. So when we really, really liked the Rivian truck, and then we always liked the look of the R1S. Mm-hmm. I mean, initially that's really what we wanted, but we were worried about towing capacity, and we knew the truck was going to come out first, and we just wanted to get our hands on something that could tow more.
Yeah, and since we're doing social media stuff, like we got to stay relevant too. Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things. Yeah. It's balancing that, and Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
But. Yeah.
But eventually, I think we'll settle down on trading vehicles out because somebody asked, like, how do we afford all this? Yeah, it is a losing endeavor. It is. We do lose money on doing this, but we want to try to provide information, and eventually we hope that social media will provide a certain amount of income that we can afford the vehicles with just social media, but that is definitely not the case right now.
No, and part of that is we really love the community that we're being able to start and build, and we love helping people figure it out. We love answering people's questions about it. We love telling people like the good parts, the bad parts, the what works, what doesn't. And so it's been really fun for us to do that. And once we kind of hit that point, which was really when we started towing with the Model X, when we really started seeing that community coming together, we knew that this was something that we wanted to do more. So please don't get attached to any of our vehicles because they're probably not going to stay for very long.
I have always seen a vehicle as a tool.
Yes, yes. It is.
A fun tool, a sweet tool.
Yeah, it's a tool to get from point A to point B. And some tools are more fun than others.
Yeah. So. And we've had a lot of great ones.
We've had some really great ones. I mean, both of us were honestly sad to get rid of the Lightning.
Big time.
Like we didn't want to do it, and even as like even just today I was like, man, was that the right move to get rid of the Lightning? But I mean, I know that this is a good fit for our family, so I know we needed an SUV, and so it just boils down to how it all works out and the timing of everything. So but okay, reading comments while I'm not talking. I'm going to try really hard not to talk and read comments at the same time today. So over here, just got a Tesla, and the biggest is the charging at home. That is like such a game changer to not have to go to a gas station. I didn't realize how much I hated it until I didn't have to do it anymore. And like now the thought of having to go to a gas station, I'm like, no, never. I do not want to have to do that. I mean, I'll go get like a soda or a pizza at Casey's, but I don't want to have to go get gas. So
I feel like this one's froze or something.
Oh, it might be, but
yeah,
we'll give it a shot. But we definitely do want to know your questions. So if you have questions
please
on the
ask
R1S,
any question.
and we will tell you, you know, some of our thoughts here. But I'm going to read one more time because we got more. My family just went all electric about a month ago, and I don't know what took me so long. Yeah, that's kind of, well, we knew what took us so long. We had giant campers we needed to tow around, so we were just waiting on one that could tow a big camper. So loving their Mach-E. That's awesome. We did have a video on a Mach-E. We, like, right when they first came out, the Ford dealership actually that we ended up getting our Lightning from lent us a Mach-E. And it was a good little car. We really did like it. So, those are good cars.
Yeah, we loved it.
Okay, so let's start with our first, because we said this was going to be first thoughts on the R1S. So,
yeah,
you go first. What are your first impressions, first thoughts on it?
The 22s are amazing. They are my wheels. I love them.
Even his friend, we went to the Rides and Coffee, and even his friend was like, those wheels, like, that's more your style, Steve. Like, yeah, so it is. It's his style. But yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Anything else? How does it drive? What are your thoughts on drive and all that stuff?
Yeah, so they're especially the ride. Most of the time it is if I'm going to compare it to the R1T, it is a better ride than that. But there are times, and it appears like when you hit a bump that hits both the tires at the same time on the same axle. I don't even know if it's an axle, but it's a bit jarring. Like it does jar you a little bit, but that's the only time that it's worse off than the R1T, and I haven't figured that out why. But that's my first impression on that. As far as handling goes, the turning radius is amazing. It's awesome, super tight. It's even more planted to the road. And I don't know if that's the 22s or if that's the shorter wheelbase, like what that is, but it handles awesome. We have done a 0 to 60, and it is slower than the R1T, but I don't know what that is. If it's just the battery wasn't heated up enough, it was colder, so I don't know what that is. We'll do that again.
I think we were up over 90% when we did it in the R1T.
I don't know,
I want to say we were like at 95.
We got 3.5, which is still fast, and the R1T we got 3.4, so I don't know.
Let's talk about how we got, 4.3 or something with 8 people in the car.
It's not an 8-passenger vehicle.
Well, there was an adult that was not strapped in, so...
We're going to say it's the adult.
Yeah, but anyway, so it's still fast. It's still a lot of fun to drive. I personally think we should swap the wheels on both of the vehicles and drive them with the other wheels on it and see
what
how
it's like.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
We could do it NASCAR style, see how fast I can get.
Let's not. I really don't want to break anything.
Why not?
I don't know. I hope this one isn't.
It's frozen.
I know. We're not.
So our questions on Facebook and YouTube
do not appear to be coming through. So
yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry. We'll you can go on TikTok and talk to us. TikTok comments are coming through. So so somebody was asking questions on if we had any software issues with the Rivian, and we have not. It has been pretty smooth sailing for us. Like, the only thing, we had that creaky sound for a while in the R1T, but that was fixed, and we really haven't, we had the tonneau cover issue, but again, not software, and anyway, it was, we got the new one, and it's been fine since then. So worried about the non-Tesla charging, and the only time we seem to have issues is when we're towing, and it's probably because we're just having to charge so frequently when we're towing. I mean, we went to Colorado with the R1T. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got some comments coming through now. So, but now I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So we went out to Colorado with just the R1T, not towing, and it was fantastic. Of course, no issues when we went that time around. I don't think it's been a while, but anyway, when we went out to Colorado without the trailer, I think charging was perfectly fine.
Well, there's always
yeah.
There's always somewhat of an issue with charging.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's definitely not as perfect as Tesla, but
it's working.
It does.
It worked.
And we have always been able to get where we want to go. It may not have been as fast as we had hoped, but we've always been able to get where we want to go. We get our Rivian service down in Kansas City when we need service as of right now. So how do you compare the Rivian build quality versus the Model Y?
We only had a Model Y for a rental or like when our Model X was getting worked on. So that's really hard. I don't feel like we have enough time with it to say one way or the other. So
Tesla in general, though, I mean, I just have never really had an issue with any of the Tesla build quality stuff. So I personally think that they're both really like decently built vehicles. I might lean slightly more towards the Rivian being just a tiny bit better, but I think that they're both.
I don't know that you can reference much with that. But
no,
yeah.
Well, I'm just saying in general, like the Tesla in general. But we should try a Lucid. I would love to try a Lucid. You guys should like start telling Lucid that they should let us drive one of their vehicles.
Even though we change vehicles a lot, a Lucid I can't wrap my mind around spending that much money on a vehicle. Because my feeling is if I purchase a Lucid, it's going to decrease in value so fast that I won't be able to live with myself on that one. So
yeah, but they're super cool, and like some of the range on some of those, it's unbelievable. So
Jason asked, do you guys leave Neo mode on? Yes, we do.
I'm short.
Yeah
And we have kids.
Yeah, it works really well for us, and we don't have any problems with it. I know that there's people thinking it may put a little bit of pressure on is it the parking brake or something like that? I can't remember. And that may be true. I am not an engineer. And are you? I can't remember.
No, not at all. Not even close.
So, I don't know if that will be a problem in the future with putting stress on those parts. But have you ever had any issues with rate of charging during your trips with the Rivian? Yeah, I mean, but we believe that was the charger. We don't really know that for a fact, but just with everybody else having some issues with Electrify America, and that's what we've mainly used, we have noticed some decreased speeds. So I would assume that was it.
Yeah, and comments on PlugShare and stuff that would lead us to believe that other people were also seeing that in other vehicles, not just Rivians. Yeah. So, but yeah.
NASCAR reference, I love it.
Let's not encourage that behavior.
Yes, keep encouraging it.
Do we regret selling the Model X or the F-350?
Yes.
Like, it's funny. We tell people don't get attached to the vehicles that we have, but we totally get attached to them. Yeah.
So
we don't buy a vehicle that we don't think we're gonna like a lot. I mean, it's just it's kind of what we've always done.
Well, we're
spoiled.
We probably bought a Ram one time that we knew we weren't gonna like, but
I forgot about the Ram.
Yeah.
And the Expedition was probably not a
Expedition.
Excursion. Sorry, Excursion.
What? I love that thing.
I know you did, but it was a little bit rough around the edges for me. But I know
love rough.
He loved
the
it.
Edges.
He loved it, but
I'm rough around the edges. So joining from the D.
Specifically for towing. Okay, so I do think we should address the specifically for towing piece of it. Yeah. Because the Rivian and the Lightning, the Rivian, so a little bit more than the Lightning, was as good at towing our Airstream as the F350 was. Everybody's going to say charging. Yes,
Longer.
that's true, but
Yeah.
as far as the capability and the ability of it to tow it, it was just as good and stable and feels fantastic towing that thing down the road. So we don't miss it for
Stability and
Yeah.
ability of towing, all that stuff.
It's
If
just
we
a big
needed
bad
to get to a campground in a short period of time, yeah, but we never need that, and so we've never suggested that to people that want to get to a destination. We've always suggested making your trip there part of the journey of getting there,
Yeah.
and so you're not stressing yourself out all along the way, and so which when we switched from Tesla chargers to public chargers, it did add some stress to it, but it's still not as stressful as, okay, we're going to get to the gas station, fuel up, and be on the road in 10 minutes. That was the goal with the F350 and all of our prior gas vehicles, because we wanted to get to the destination. We're always pushing it, so... Anyways.
It was made for a cranky dad when the kids could make a decision on if they could pick their candy or not.
Let's go back to the NASCAR reference.
Right.
I typically like to go fast.
He does, and it was very interesting how when we did make the switch and he was forced to slow down. That I don't even think he realized it at first that he was less stressed out on our trips. Like I had to say to him, I don't think we're as exhausted when we get someplace as we were. And then he was kind of like, huh, you're right. And so it was an eye-opening experience. But hello, Judy. Glad to see you on here. I know you guys are waiting for your R1S. And you got to test drive one. That's awesome. And yep, you guys have the Tesla Model 3. It rides like a tank.
Have we ever been in a Model 3?
In the boring tunnel, we have.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
But other than
that was a smooth ride, though.
It was, yeah.
Not too many potholes in the tunnel.
In the tunnel built for Teslas. Okay, so what about the Hummer?
Yeah, we have a VIN.
We do.
The Navy will be here in April, so yeah.
And so that'll be when the R1T will probably leave our lives, which is still slightly sad, even if with the R1S. But
yeah, we'll see what we need to do then. We don't 100% know. Yeah. We never know until it happens.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, we are planners, but we're not at the same time.
Yeah.
Like we're some pretty fly by the seat of our pants type of people. Just go with the flow and just see what happens.
If the channel takes off and we're making thousands of dollars a month,
then
maybe
we'll change to the all of Rivian family, and we'll just go with that. But so snow mode. Aileen is asking about the snow mode, and that's just under like your drive mode. So it's in where like all-purpose mode, sport mode, all that stuff is. It's in there. So yes. Okay, so David is saying that you shouldn't tow a camper faster than 70 miles per hour. And actually, if anybody watches Keep Your Daydream, they just did a really good video on that, asking people who like full-time RV and talking about like what speeds are really the speeds that you should be towing at. And I think we might make almost like a reaction video to that as it relates to towing with an EV, because some of it we were like, see, we just we're like,
well, the speed limits in some states are only 55 while towing anyways, and the highest I have seen in the States for towing recreationally is 65. So you're technically not supposed to go over 65.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying that doesn't happen, and I haven't done that. I'm just saying,
Reference back to the wanted to get there fast thing.
It's just, you're right. And you should look at your tires, and you should make sure that your tires can handle that speed. Because there are plenty of incidences that tires have blown out, and so,
Yep.
I mean, yeah, he's right.
Yep. So, we don't want to. You shouldn't be going so fast. Okay, go ahead.
What? No,
Oh.
we answered that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, we're just...
It was just timing
Yep.
of resale value of the Lightning. Felt like it was going down quite
He's
quickly.
referring to why we made the decision to sell the Lightning.
Yeah, so
So,
the Rivian, honestly, the resale value on the Rivians already went down quite a bit. And so I kind of have an inkling that it'll level off, maybe even go back up a tiny bit. And the Lightning, I'm not quite sure is going to stop. I think it'll continue to go down a little bit more. I could be wrong. This is not financial advice. It's just my feeling.
yeah,
and
what we
so-
were seeing.
Yeah, and so we were able to get a little bit more money from the Lightning than the Rivian, and that's just kind of a feeling that I had. And the R1S, the only reason we pulled the trigger a little bit on the R1S so quickly is they're coming down in price as well. And so I was seeing that, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is the perfect time to trade the Lightning for the R1S. And so basically we paid a couple thousand extra than what we would have paid if we put in a reservation now, because we do not have a reservation. In the March 1st, 2022, moving forward, is the higher amount of MSRP or whatever you would call it. So we did pay over that amount, but it was worth it to us, I guess, to get one now and be able to create content on it and see what we thought and provide that for everybody. So
Yeah. So the R1S, everything we were hoping for so far. Any regrets? Reverse charging like the Lightning, and they're going to test one out. Awesome. No regrets so far. Like we said, I think it has the potential to be a pretty long-term vehicle for us because we do what?
Which is long term to us is different.
I know long term for us is like a year maybe at this point in our
which is
life.
stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb,
That's
but
not financial literacy or smartness.
no, it's not smart at all. But like again, creating content for you guys and everything. So, but anyway,
And it's fun.
it
We
is
love
fun.
it,
We do, and we love trying out these new EVs and stuff. So, but
Any regrets?
no regrets. I'm still even trying, like, if it was just the two of us, I still think we probably would just stick with the truck, just to have the bed, because there's plenty of room for a dog, like even if it was us and a dog, but us, a dog, and 3 kids, that's when it starts to be tight. And even over the course of like the last 6 months with how much our kids have grown, it was getting tighter. So the SUV, I mean, you get that it's fast to drive still. You can still go off-road with it. All of the really fun parts about the Rivian are all still there. But having a bed for your outdoor junk is great when you're campers. So, that...
Yeah. We're still going to create content with the R1T for sure.
Yes.
Because hopefully this weekend we're going to take some bikes out and do some fun stuff. So that will only be possible with 5 bikes with the R1T. We can't do that with the R1S.
Yep,
So.
there's definitely limitations to it. So, the dash cam update. I haven't heard a specific time on it, but hopefully soon because we did really like that feature in the Tesla.
Yeah,
and actually,
nice.
Someone backed into the Tesla and they drove off, and we would not have caught them and gotten them to pay for it if we did not have the dash cam.
I tried.
He did try, but in the end, we just used the dash cam footage to catch the guy. So,
Best game in town. I mean, that's hard to say. If you're looking for the higher towing, yeah, I guess.
I mean,
outside of
as far as
that, the
towing
Model
capacity.
X is an amazing vehicle. So
It is.
If you want a more traditional SUV, then yeah.
The Rivian's going to be more
yeah.
traditional feel to it.
Yeah.
Even though it's weird because when you think about it directly, the dash is roughly the same. You get your big screen. If you're in the Model X, you get your why can't I think of what it's called? The one right in front of the driver. we'll just go with that since my brain's not working. Like, so in the Rivian, it's the same, but it does feel a little bit more traditional when you get into the Rivian for some reason.
Totally
I don't know why. I don't know why. Because when it boils down to, it's really similar to the Tesla. But has enough of a modern feel. Like, it doesn't feel clunky like some of the other, standard manufacturers that are coming out with EVs and stuff, where you get in, you're like, this feels a little bit clunky and a little bit old to me. So the Rivian, I think they've really done a nice job of meshing the two together.
I think the outside is more traditional,
It is,
and the inside is more technologically advanced.
Yeah.
So, how snow mode?
Asking who like the snow mode. Sorry, that's it's so I did not the Tesla, it bothered me a little bit in the snow. The region would still make me slip a little bit at the end, and we did not experience that in the R1T. I feel like they've done a really good job of controlling the region. You still can use the region, but it's really gentle and I don't know. It could be the all-terrain tires more than anything on the Rivian, because we did not have a chance in the R1S yet to try snow mode. But in the R1T, it was the most comfortable I have ever felt driving a vehicle in the snow. And like we've had, like we said, F-350, a Ram 2500. We've had a Ford Explorer, and it was really the most comfortable I felt driving a snow. Steve drove it in soft sand mode so that he could just, rally around the corners in the snow. But
that was my favorite mode.
It's one of those things with the full EV versus the plug-in hybrids and stuff. We don't really dig much into the plug-in hybrids, but they are a really good choice for a lot of people, especially if you're worried about like infrastructure and stuff. So,
because that takes that element totally out of there. So.
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, David asked about. Brandon, love your videos. Thanks. We love providing them.
Yes, we do.
David, do you think eventually buy a Hummer? Yeah, that's on our list. Needs to be an EV minivan. Yeah. Honestly, for families, that would be a wonderful thing.
We are not minivan people, but we know it would be a good fit for a lot of people.
We had a vacuum in it. Super awesome. Especially with kids.
It was. But just not our style. Cargo vans, yep. Tesla, it kills region when starting to slide in snow. I didn't notice that. Like, I always I don't know. I was not a big fan of driving it in the snow. And, I always would be worried about if we had a new vehicle or something driving it in the snow. And I was like, this thing does really, really well. I feel like I can move around other people. Laughing out loud about the vacuum. Well, sometimes we do not show the interior of our vehicle because we have 3 kids. So, that one's for you, the excursion. Hello, Jeremy.
Ours is what was it? The 7.
A giant diesel thing.
I can't remember. 7.3, I believe. Yes, with the excursion, that thing is bananas.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh,
it's 5. Vacuum.
It is 5:45 already. Okay. Living with EVs just got their R1S on Saturday. Ooh, we almost have the same day. A bit of snow in Kansas City. You guys are supposed to get some. That is, like, I grew up in Kansas City, and I still have family in Kansas City, so we keep tabs on Kansas City quite a bit.
She does. She's a weather person.
Well, I'm a weather person, and so hopefully you guys get it.
Gary Lezak.
He's gone. He retired.
Oh, what? Really?
Yes.
I don't know.
But anyway, the rest of the country's going like, what is happening here?
A great weatherman in Kansas City.
Yes. Created a whole
All right, any other questions over there?
No, I think we got it. Soccer. I know, it's soccer night. So thanks for jumping on and joining us, guys. We love chatting with you guys on these Tuesday night chats. We're getting more and more people to join us, which is amazing, to answer questions and talk. And now it's feeling like it's a really short period of time.
It does.
So we may have to figure out something so that we can get some more time with you guys. But we really appreciate you joining us. If you were watching for the first time and you're new, anywhere where you're watching, be sure to follow us. Lots of stuff to come with the R1S. Towing with the R1S, all of the things. So it is all coming your way. But thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll catch you back next Tuesday.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, I got to push the button twice over here.